Hey guys, I'm back with another video, and this time we're discussing ChatGPT. So you probably would have heard about ChatGPT. If not, then don't worry, because in this video we're going to dive right into it. It's a new chatbot that's taken the AI world and technology world by storm, and a lot of people are saying and thinking that it's going to be a Google killer. So I'll let you decide, but let's dive into ChatGPT, what it is, how you can use it, and how it can make a difference to your life, whether you're searching for code, looking for answers, all sorts. Now, this is an AI tool, essentially a chatbot that's taken the technology world by storm only in the last week since it's been released. Here I've done a Google search for ChatGPT, and that will take you to OpenAI. OpenAI are the company or the brains or the organization behind ChatGPT. Before I go into it, one thing I'll sum up for you is that ChatGPT is a very smart, conversational, natural language processed or processing style of chatbot. It's perhaps, and I would go as far as saying, the most intuitive, most human-like chatbot you'll ever come across so far. And if you're not familiar with chatbots, chatbots are generally, think of them as a Google engine, but one which talks back to you almost as if it were a person. So whereas Google gives you static results, line after line, ChatGPT would give you a more conversational response to what you're looking for. So I'm on the OpenAI website. Here you can see, some documentation. It gives you some examples. You can use it to search for code. It'll give you some example responses. You can ask and follow along some example question and answers. Also gives you an overview of the method in terms of how it's been built, the exact engine behind it. I'm not going to go into it, but one thing I will mention in terms of limitations is that it only has data up to the end of 2021. So any questions around 2022 or events in 2022, it will let you know. It will tell you that it can't go dig into any events for this calendar year. So what we're going to do is we're going to load it up. If you click on Try ChatGPT, it will then ask you to log in of some sort. I've already logged in, and here it's just giving you some example questions that you can ask. So here, let's look at this one here. Got any creative ideas for a 10-year-old's birthday? Let's click on that. This is where you type in your text or your questions, and literally you can hit enter, and straight away you can see it's smart enough to come back with some answers here. Looks like this is some kind of well-written response by almost as if it was a human who's typing this out. So here we can see, sticking to this question, it's giving us some cool ideas. Number 1, have a theme party. Number 2, plan a fun outing. 3, a movie night. 4, scavenger hunt. Or 5, baking or a cooking party. I don't have a 10-year-old child, but nevertheless, those sound quite cool. So let's have a look at something a bit more in line with, I guess, what you guys would probably want to search for. So let's have a look here. So I'll give you an example. I'm trying to search for the syntax to an if, then, or if and formula. I don't know how to do it, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT. This is the question I'm going to ask. How do I structure a if-then formula in Excel? Now, something like this would return, a number of answers in Google. However, you'd have to dig through a number of results. Let's see what ChatGPT comes back with. So this is interesting because straight away it's given us a syntax, and it's actually given us an example. Now this is pretty cool. So here you can see if A1 is greater than 10, then specify greater than 10, else less than or equal to 10. And now it's given us a really long description. And it's also given us a bit more guidance on where we can learn more about an if-then formula. So that's pretty cool. So clearly ChatGPT is smart enough to give you coding answers and coding responses. So let's try something else. Say I want to learn whether I should learn Python or whether I should learn R as a programming language. Let's ask that question. Which is a better coding language to learn between R and Python. Let's see what it comes back with. Now this one, it might require a bit more thought, so it'll be interesting to see the exact response here. And then we'll do one more question just to test this creative side. So here we can see it's given us a human response. Okay, so it's actually given us some for and against arguments. So here you can see the argument for R programming, and then its comparison to Python, which is interesting. So here it's going on to state that if the primary goal is for statistical analysis and data manipulation, then R may be the better choice. I definitely agree with the statistical analysis point. Popularity, both are very popular, yes, and that indeed Python is generally more popular. That's on the second bullet point. Ease of learning, yep, both of them are quite easy to learn. People would find Python being more network friendly. So unfortunately, we've got a network error. That could be down to a number of things. Could be down to my Wi-Fi, for instance, or could be down to the fact that there's a huge amount of demand on ChatGPT right now. Since it launched, it's been an overwhelmingly popular app, if you like. And every time I've frequently visited this website on OpenAI, I've always got back a message saying that there's been heavy traffic on the site. So please wait or be patient for any responses. Guys, back with one more. My session crashed there, so I've had to log off and log back in. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's try it. We're going to ask ChatGPT to give us something creative. So I'm going to ask for a poem. Let's do a rap about renewable energy in the style of Notorious B.I.G., famous American rapper. And let's see what comes back. Now, this is interesting. As I sit here and chill, sipping on a cold brew, thinking about the future, what we need to do to save our planet, keep it living, we've got to switch to renewable energy, give it some giving. It's time to leave behind the fossil fuels that pollute our air, mess up our schools. Wind and solar power, that's the way. Clean and limitless every day. It's not just about the climate and the weather, it's about our health, our kids and their future. Can't afford to ignore the facts. Renewable energy, that's where it's at. So let's make a change and do it fast before it's too late. Our future's past. Renewable energy, let's give it a try for the sake of our planet and the sake of our lives. Now that is pretty cool. You've got to give it credit. A AI application such as this that's able to give me an entire rap in the style of a deceased rapper, famous musician, is pretty phenomenal. So this is where ChatGPT has really created a buzz on the internet. So guys, I hope you like those examples. I just want to show you just what's possible with ChatGPT. But literally, you can ask it any question. I mean, if you wanted to ask, as we saw earlier, questions on comparisons between different things, or even like a statement. So if you wanted to ask it a question like, what is cloud computing in simple terms, you can expect a really nice simplified response. And this is where ChatGPT really is a powerful offering. So I'm going to let the answer on this churn away. I want you guys to use the time to check out ChatGPT. Honestly, jump on, have a play with it, have a feel of it. And next time you have a question for Google, consider using ChatGPT and really put it to the test and see what you can come up with. I would consider using ChatGPT for writing explanations, writing descriptions, writing definitions. I think there's quite a few use cases that can be had here. And we will explore more of those types of use cases in a future video. Thank you for listening, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.